Morning guys, how are you all today? And it is the day after WWDC. Now I'm going to start off by saying there was a lot of people saying, oh, no new hardware, blah blah blah, but you never really get any hardware at WWDC. It's a developer conference, so you know, we can all sit around and say, oh yeah, I wish they bring out a new iPhone 6, blah blah, but we know they're never going to get it. So it's a kind of approach that is always going to leave you disappointed for WWDC. But what we did get, I thought, was very, very impressive. Now, I've logged through it, which I've never done before, so let me know what you thought of that as well, by the way, guys. I thought it was quite cool to just sort of let you guys know what my thoughts were as we were going through the conference. But I left it at the end of the, the standard iOS 8 stuff. And after that, they went into the new developer part, which I thought was going to be kind of quick and boring, but actually was very, very interesting indeed. So let's cover off a bit of that. One of the first things that they talked about was something called Metal, and the reason they called it Metal is because it's basically a bare metal access to the graphics co-processor in the A7 chip, or whatever chip people are going to be using at the time. So instead of having to go through an engine like OpenGL, it means that the people who code the games can literally almost address the graphics card directly inside, the graphics processor inside the phone directly, meaning that you get much better performance. Now, the reason that they won't ever let you address the hardware directly is because you could potentially then crash the whole phone. So there has to be a level of control, and that is what Metal is. It's basically like an API, if you like, that gives you access to the hardware within the phone itself. So what that means is we're going to be getting much better 3D games. And some of the examples they gave, like the one my son plays, Plants vs Zombies, looked literally equally as good as that on the Xbox One. Phenomenal. Now we're gonna see a lot more probably utilization of that 64-bit processor as well inside the A7, inside the iPhone and the iPad now, because of that direct access and 3D. Will really be able to utilize the 64-bit. So that's pretty cool. Another thing they introduced was a new programming language called Swift, which looked absolutely phenomenal. Not very interesting for a lot of people who don't develop, but if you do, it really did look very powerful and great performance as well. So I'm very interested to try and take a look at that. And there was a few more things in there as well. The ability to have widgets is a great one as well. So we've now got widgets in the notification center, and the way they've implemented it is very nice as well, nice and clean. And then also, in addition to that, third-party keyboards, which I never thought that they would do, but very cool that they have. It needs to be controlled extremely well, because the last thing you want to be doing is installing a load of crappy third-party keyboards and people that log your keystrokes and that kind of stuff. But it does throw up a question saying, you know, do you want to allow the keyboard access to the internet, basically? So you can say no, and then that will obviously, no way will that be able to transmit your data to the internet. But, you know, a lot of the time that sort of stuff throws itself up, pardon me, and people just press it straight away without even thinking, and all of a sudden you could be having all your keystrokes logged. So got to be careful about that. But very forward moving stuff with iOS 8 and OS 10. My favourite part of the whole thing, and I actually used to use a bit of software to try and do this, but it always lagged too much and crashed and blah blah, but that was the ability to make and take phone calls from your Mac, and also SMS messages as well. Man, that is totally awesome. That really is totally fucking awesome. You know, you can now just sit at your computer, you don't ever have to pick up your phone, everything's going to come through to the computer. And I also liked the continuity stuff as well, whereby you can be working on a document on your iPhone, or an email, or a draft of an email, or whatever it may be, literally anything at all that supports it, and you can just pull that straight up on any other iOS or OS 10 device as well. So very impressed with that. But most of all, like I say, being able to have your phone calls just come through to your computer without even touching your phone is wonderful. And you know, because it's Apple, it's going to work flawlessly, perfectly, and it's just going to be a great feature. I love that feature, absolutely love it. It may seem small to some people, but when you're sitting at your computer all day, you don't want to keep picking up your phone. You know, it's so much easier to just do that all directly from your Mac, and even make phone calls as well and use the mic or headset or whatever you want on your computer. Absolutely fantastic, love it, absolutely love it. I have downloaded what do they call it? Yosemite. Yeah, Yosemite. It's a bit of a mouthful. I always try and call it Yosemite for some natural reason. I call it Yosemite, but it's actually Yosemite. I've downloaded that, and I've downloaded iOS 8 as well, and I'm going to give those a go. Not on my main computer because it breaks a whole bunch of stuff, like app-wise, but I'm going to give it a go on probably my MacBook Air or something like that, and I will put iOS 8 on a spare iPhone or iPod Touch. Give that a go as well. Maybe I'll do some videos on it. I'm not too sure yet. So busy at the moment. I've had no time to do any kind of proper recording outside of the vlogs at all, which is very annoying indeed. But I have to have my priorities in the correct place, I guess. And yeah, I am on my way to a meeting. Let me know what you guys think about all of that iOS 8 and OS 10 stuff. A lot of people were saying, oh, they've ripped a load of stuff off from Android. What a load of bullshit. This stuff was around in jailbreaks way before Android had it. And I don't even buy into this whole one person copies one person. It's all about the way that you implement this stuff. And Android copied the whole operating system in the first place. So yeah, and the whole idea of a touch screen phone. So anyway, that's that. Let's not get into all those arguments in the comments, please, because it's just embarrassing. Who cares? All the time people are copying each other. As long as they're improving on what went before, I really don't give a shit. All it means is that we get a better product. So yeah, I'm on my way to Citrix headquarters over in a place called Chalfont, which is about, with no traffic, about an hour away from me, maybe an hour and a quarter, something like that. And I've got to go, and I'm not sure if I'm presenting actually, I can't remember. But either way, I'm at this seminar thing this morning, either to just be there to chat to people or to present, I can't remember. And then I've got a meeting straight after with someone for about an hour, and then I'll be heading home. So that is pretty much my day, nothing particularly exciting. And then I've got training tonight at 7 o'clock. My jiu-jitsu instructor sent me a picture the other day. I would put it into this video, but a lot of you might puke. And it's literally a picture of the back of his ankle, and it's like a big hole in the back of his ankle where his Achilles is, and it's just disgusting. I don't know how he's done it. I haven't spoken to him properly yet, but obviously he's not going to be able to train me for a fair while. So that is very annoying indeed, and he really needs to take better care of himself. So I'm now home. It's been quite a long day actually, a lot longer than I expected. It is 5 o'clock and I've just got home just this minute. So yeah, been definitely a lot longer day than I first thought it would be. I've still got the white goggles going on, as you can see. The white lines going down here aren't quite so bad, you can still see them. But I do need to leave my glasses off at some stage so I can get rid of those lines. Also, I got a new fishing chair. I don't know what happened to the one that I used to use years ago, so I've treated myself to a new one. For those of you that are into fishing, it is a Nash H-gun, and also I got some other bits as well. I'm going to flip my camera around. Hang on. I know like a lot of you don't give a shit about fishing, but I'm restarting my fishing career. So I'm going to show you what I've got anyway. So I've got some coconut boilies, and the reason for this is that down the lake that I'm going to be going to, apparently the fish are really liking the light coloured coconut boilies. I also got some of these as well. No idea what they're like, but I like the look of them. And I also got some of them as well. And again, just because I like the look of them. I also got some mesh PVA, which is like a sort of bag that melts in the water. You fill it up with like bait, like this stuff basically. Here, you fill it up with this shit here. Make little bags out of it, attach it to the hook, and then when it goes down in the water and sinks, when it gets to the bottom, it just sort of leaves a nice little bit of food around your bait, and then they're more likely to eat it. That's the idea. I got this, which is a little rig box. Got some more of this ground bait stuff. I got some pretend sweet corn that floats. Got a whole bunch of hair rigs, and also a whole bunch of pre-made rigs as well, hook size 6 and 8. I got some boilie stops to stop your boilie coming off, and some more hair rigs. So there you go, guys. That is it for me today. I'm just showing you my little fishing haul there. I will be back with you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a great one. I'm off to do some Muay Thai. Peace.